off what today was like for you.
Try to stay back just a little bit,
It was, you know, there were ups and downs for sure, and you know, obviously heartbroken for Skylar, and you know, me and him have developed a really close relationship over the past year or so, and you know, hope the best for him, and you know, was heartbroken for him, but you know, have to come in and you know, do in my role as a backup, you know, so have to come in and be ready at all times, and you know, you know, we won the game, so always happy that we won, but you know, there were a lot of things that we and I need to clean up, and I know that, you know, more than anybody, so it's definitely good to learn from a win, but you know, moving in the right direction.
You guys had a touchdown on the first full drive that you had. Was there something that changed kind of after that for you?
We were just beating ourselves. I mean, honestly, overall, you know, me included, you know, just, you know, turnovers, you know, missed assignments, getting behind in the chains a little bit. Really, that kind of was, at the end of the day, what kind of was the kind of set us back a little bit on a couple of drives, and especially in that third and fourth quarter, and you know, kind of halted us. But when we finally, you know, on that first drive, when we were kind of moving, staying ahead of the chains, that's a recipe for success. And you know, that's what we've been preaching all week. We gotta stay ahead of the chains, can't be in first, you know, second and 15, stuff like that. So, yeah.
Can you take us through that third down conversion on the last drive that led to the touchdown?
Yeah, it was a big time play by Phil. You know, making that catch. It was a similar play to the K-State play last year when we, you know, had a third and long, and you know, Phil kind of had a crossing route, and you know, he just got behind the backer. I saw it was, you know, they were dropping out, and he, you know, tried to anticipate it, and he made a great catch on it, and you know, that was a big time play that propelled that drive for sure.
Well, how do you think your mindset changes if you have to start moving forward?
Big time change. I mean, obviously, you know, you say if you're the backup, you want to prepare like you're the starter, but at the end of the day, you know, it's a different mindset when you're starting, and I experienced that last year. You know, going from, you know, a Texas Tech game where you're not expecting it to a TCU game where you're starting. You know, it's definitely a different feel, different preparation going into the week. So, you know, I don't know what the circumstances are with Skylar. Obviously, I hope for the best, but you know, I'm ready for whatever. If that's going to be my role next week, you know, I just want to execute my role to the best of my ability.
What was it like for you to play in front of a full house there for the first time?
It was very cool. That was because I never took a game visit here or anything before coming here last year. That was my first time, you know, ever seeing a full crowd here. So it was electric, and I mean, you know, I would do anything for these fans, and you know, I appreciate everybody for coming out. It was a really fun environment. Obviously, you know, getting the win. You know, wish it would have gone better, but you know, we'll build from it. Hopefully, have as good or better crowd next week, and you know, continue this thing from here.
What were the discussions like in the locker room after a rough second quarter, and what adjustments did you guys make?
I would say, you know, in that halftime, we were definitely, you know, we kind of called it up as an offense, and we, you know, especially Malik, he was one that was just like, man, we just got to lock it in and step up, and we know that this game's going to be tight, and you know, when the time comes, we got to make plays, and you know, we know that it was a good football team. You know, Southern Illinois, I think they're going to be a very good football team, and we preached that all week in meetings. You know, Coach Kleiman said these guys, this is their Super Bowl. They're going to be ready to play, and they're a darn good football team, and they showed that, and you know, utmost respect for them. But you know, at the end of the day, we just have to make plays, not beat ourselves, because I feel like that's kind of what happened, and you know, we were just kind of getting behind, you know, in the sticks, like I said earlier, and at the end of the day, when we do that, you know, we can't be successful. And you know, we started coming out in the third and fourth, and you know, we kind of stalled out a couple of drives, but we really just at that last drive was big. You know, being able to stay ahead of the chains, and the O-line was you know, really putting us on their backs, and you know, they did a great job. Can't commend them enough for how much they helped me and helped our offense, and Deuce was, you know, a workhorse tonight, so they did a great job.
If Skylar can't go, you know, next week, and your game planned as the starter during this week, do you think you'll have a better performance than we saw tonight?
You know, obviously, I hope, you know, that's the goal. I mean, I know that I did not play nearly my best game tonight. You know, there's a lot of things that I can fix, and you know, obviously, if I'm, you know, I try to prepare like I'm the starter, you know, even this week, and you know, when I'm in that backup role. But like I said, it's different, and when you know you're going and you're getting all the first team reps, and you know, so if that's the case, then definitely I'm hoping that I can, you know, be more prepared, and you know, do whatever I can to help this team win.
And how much can you take from last year's experiences?
Oh, last year, as rough as it was at times, you know, it's going to pay dividends in the future, and I feel like even tonight, you know, even though there was definitely bad moments for me, and I felt like the game was just slower, and it wasn't as, you know, I kind of felt like I had been there before, and you know, going forward, I think that's going to definitely help me a lot.
Well, Coach Klein, when he was there, mentioned that seeing Skylar go down the way, it was almost like deja vu to last year. Did it feel the same way for you having to go in that kind of situation?
Yeah, I mean, it stinks to say that, but yeah, I mean, it was, you know, you see him go down and you just pop your helmet on and you know, it's go time. And, you know, obviously, like I said, really sad to see that, but, you know, I'm hoping the best for him, and, you know, just got to be ready and yeah.
Will, everybody on the team has pretty much said you're one of the most improved players from last year to now. What do you think? In what ways do you think you're better than we saw last year?
I mean, like I said, I just feel like the game's like I've been there, you know, and I've seen what's there. I feel like my body's different, you know. I've put on some weight, and I feel like I'm running better than I did. And I just feel like, honestly, I feel like the ball's coming out of my hand better, just overall. You know, obviously, not at times tonight it wasn't like that, and you know, I know just as much as everybody that, you know, I have some things to fix, and you know, we'll get on that. And you know, I'm my own biggest critic. I've always said that I'm my own biggest critic. So you know, but you know, I feel like, you know, my body's changed. I feel more confident in myself overall, and hopefully, you know, this week and just trying to revamp and regroup and recuperate. You know, I think we're gonna feel better going into next week.
Did you get a chance to talk to Skylar at all after the game?
Yeah, I talked to him. I gave him a big hug, and you know, I don't know what the deal is yet. So I'm just, you know, I told him, you know, I love him, and you know, keeping him in my prayers, and you know, if he needs anything. But yeah, I mean, I'm wishing the best for him. I really do.
Well, is there any easy explanations for the turnovers that struck in the second quarter?
Honestly, no. They're. I mean, can't do it really. I mean, turning the ball over is bad. You know, I just had a bad throw on that en route to Tyrone, and you know, that sack. We just gotta protect the football. At the end of the day, that's, you know, it's pretty simple. You just gotta make throws and hold on to the ball. So.
Well, Coach Kleiman and Coach Messingham, Coach Klein have all mentioned that there maybe would be some packages for you potentially in every game, but you kind of, before Skylar's injury, was maybe the plan that you would get the 4 games, be able to retain the redshirt. What was kind of like their plan for you at the outset of the season?
Honestly, there was no
Okay.
set plan, I wouldn't say, but you know, my mindset and their mindset was definitely, we're going to try and win as many football games as we can, and if that called for me playing, that, you know, that we'd be ready to do that, and I'd be ready to do that. And you know, honestly, you know, we didn't see this coming, but you know, have to be ready for that too. And so, you know, just continuing to go with whatever happens.
Okay. Thanks, Will.
Thank you.
All right, thank you guys.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Will.
it. Yep.